I wish my dog could talk. Seriously, how many times have you said that? We spend a fortune on their food, we obsess over their vet bills, and we treat them like our own kids. But sometimes, it feels like we're totally guessing what's going on in their heads. Today, we're decoding the 5 most critical secret messages your dog is sending you. It's going to completely rewire your relationship with your best friend. Let's get into it. Message 1. The whale eye, the boundary you're missing. Alright, let's kick things off with a big one. You've probably seen your dog look at you sideways, where you can see that white, crescent-shaped sliver in the corner of their eye. On social media, we call this the side eye. We make memes about it and joke that the dog is being shady or judgmental. But in the world of canine psychology, this is a much more serious name, the whale eye. And if you're seeing it, your dog isn't being funny. They're actually sending you a desperate plea for space. The message: I'm hitting my limit, and I'm starting to feel cornered. Think of this as your dog's yellow light. It's a sign of high-level anxiety. It usually happens when a dog feels vulnerable. Maybe a kid is hugging them too tight, or you're hovering over them while they're chewing a bone. The dog doesn't want to move because movement might escalate the situation, so it stays frozen, tracking the threat with its eyes. When people say, he bit out of nowhere, 99% of the time, the dog was actually showing whale eye for minutes. They were trying to be polite. They were trying to say, please stop, without using their teeth. So the next time you see that white sliver, don't grab the camera for a meme. Just back off and give them some breathing room. You'll be their hero for it. Message 2. The left-leaning wag. Next up, the tail. We've been told since we were kids that a wagging tail equals a happy dog. Honestly, that's a total myth, and it's actually a dangerous one. It's the reason people get bitten by friendly dogs every single day. To really understand what's happening, you have to look at the direction of the wag. It sounds like a mad scientist theory, but it's actually backed by major neurological studies. Dog brains are split into 2 halves that process emotions differently, just like ours. The tail is basically the output for their brain's internal compass. Researchers found that when a dog sees someone they love and feel totally safe with, their tail leans more toward the right side of their body. That's because the left side of their brain, which handles happy, social feelings, is in the driver's seat. But if that wag leans toward the left, that's a secret message of caution. It means the right side of the brain, the side that handles fear and withdrawal, has taken over. So, if you meet a new dog and the tail is wagging but leaning left, stay back. They're telling you they aren't sure about you yet. And if the tail is held super high, stiff, and vibrating, that's not a wag, that's called flagging. It means the dog is on high alert and ready to react. A happy dog wags with their whole body. An anxious dog wags with a bias. Start looking for the direction, and you'll literally be reading your dog's mind. Message 3. The contextual yawn. Have you ever been in the middle of a training session? Or maybe you're at a loud, crowded party, and your dog lets out this massive, slow yawn. Most people think, oh, he's bored, or man, he's finally getting tired. But unless it's midnight, that yawn isn't about sleep. It's what behaviorists call a calming signal. In the wild, conflict can be deadly for a pack. To avoid real fights, dogs evolved a way to de-escalate tension. The yawn is their version of a white flag. The message is, I'm overwhelmed, and I'm trying to keep myself from losing it. It's actually a biological hack. By yawning, a dog manually lowers their own blood pressure and heart rate. They're literally trying to flush stress hormones, like cortisol, out of their system, so they don't snap. If your dog yawns while you're scolding them, or when they're in a high-pressure environment, they're hitting their emotional ceiling. This is the most important time for you to listen. If you keep pushing a dog that's yawning, you're telling them their feelings don't matter. But if you take a 5-minute break or move them to a quiet room, you're proving to them that you're a leader they can actually trust. That builds a level of psychological safety that makes your bond unbreakable. Message 4. The play sneeze. This next one is for everyone who loves a good round of wrestling on the living room floor. You've definitely seen this. You start roughhousing with your dog, and they suddenly start sneezing like they've got a massive cold. They don't have allergies. They're using the play sneeze. Think about how dog play works. It mimics real fighting, growling, lunging, snapping at the air. To a bystander, it can look pretty intense. Dogs realized early on that they needed a way to clarify that it's all just fun so things didn't accidentally turn into a real fight. The sneeze is their safety protocol. The message is, relax. Everything I'm doing right now is just a game. It's a social reset button. If the play gets a little too heated, one dog will sneeze to check in and say, we're still cool, right? When your dog sneezes at you, They're basically laughing. They're inviting you to keep going while reassuring you that they're in a 100% happy state of mind. It's one of the most honest ways they show us they're having the time of their lives. Message 5. The lean. Finally, we have the most heartwarming secret message, the lean. This is when your dog just walks up to you and presses their entire weight against your legs. To understand why this is so special, you have to realize that dogs don't naturally like to hug. In the animal kingdom, putting your arms around someone's neck is a move a predator makes. That's why so many dogs actually look stressed out when we try to hug them for a photo. They're tolerating it because they love us, but they don't get it. The lean is the canine version of an embrace. Physical contact is how they bond and find security. When a dog leans on you, they're sending a message of absolute, 100% trust. They're saying, "You are my safe harbor. I trust you to support me." They aren't being lazy, and they aren't trying to trip you up. They are seeking emotional security from the one person they love most in the world. If your dog does this, it's a massive compliment. It means you've successfully become their primary attachment figure, the person they view as their entire world. It's the ultimate silent, "I love you" outro. The more you start noticing these 5 signals, the faster you'll realize that your dog has been talking to you since day one. Once you can read the whale eye, the left-wag, and the play sneeze, you stop being just an owner and you start being a partner. So, which of these 5 messages does your dog send you the most? Or maybe they have a weird secret move that we missed. Drop a comment below. I read all of them and love hearing about your dogs. And hey, if you want to keep decoding the secret life of your pets, hit that subscribe button and stick around. Thanks for watching, and go give your dog a play sneeze for me.